when you're out in open water and you're just cruising along, panning your Livescope, I'm not gonna say it's easy, because it was hard for me to get a Damiki bite, but you're able to see the fish a lot better. In this situation, you're having to decipher a little bit more. Like right there, you have some bait fish. You can see it on the edge of the grass, like that flickering. That's bait right there. You can see it kind of swimming at 10 foot right in front of the boat. And then all of this is grass clump. Now I'm looking at my 360 a lot in this scenario, but you know, I do tend to look at Livescope and figure out and try to decipher like if fish are sitting on the edge, like where they are. And then, you know, I'll deploy a jig or a power shot, and I'm gonna sort of mix between the two. These are the last two baits that I feel really confident in when I'm using forward-facing sonar. So I'm just gonna kind of cruise around. I know I'm in the right area, so I'm gonna put my Quest and I'm gonna keep it at like 6 or 5, just so I can maneuver around a little bit, but also be very subtle in where I'm going. Let's see here. So there's a lot of like, one thing people have to get over is you're not gonna see everything all the time on your Livescope. There's a lot of, you know, clutter, like you see here, like, you know, there's grass. So it makes it a little less effective than, like I was saying, out in open water. But if you really pay attention, a lot of the times you can see fish out in this range here, okay? Like it'll look like, you know, you're not gonna be able to see past here, but you can see them like sitting in a hole like that. So pay attention to out there as well, because that matters. Even though it's not perfect, everyone needs to get over, like, I want my screen, you always hear it, I want my screen to be perfectly clear, where I can see the fish at 60 foot, and I want it to be black, and then the bottom to be whatever color. That's not how it works. Like, you need to be able to decipher little things, even though there may be some clutter. Like right now I'm panning and I see some grass, and so there's a hole right there, and it looks like there could be a fish in it. And here you have to be super accurate, and at 25 feet, I'm gonna try to get my power shot right. And it's hard, like it's not easy to do. So there's a hole right at 45, and there's some activity on the bottom. So you can cast past it. There it is. My power shot just dragged right to the bottom. Now I'm kind of pulling through the grass. Sometimes you have to adjust your settings. Like I'm gonna check right now, but I'm pretty sure mine are, yeah, it's quick. That's the other thing. You gotta pay a lot of attention, because that weight is falling pretty fast. If you feel like you can get away with a quarter ounce weight, you can do that, but you see how it falls really fast down in there? I like the ½ ounce when I'm fishing grass, because again, there's a reaction bite opportunity, and it gets down in through the grass, like if you were to throw it in a clump. There's one right there. You see it on the edge of the grass at 25 foot. There's a fish right on that grass clump. I'm gonna drop it right in the grass there. And like I was saying earlier, a lot of the time, you're not gonna necessarily watch the fish bite here. You're using Livescope to simply make the best possible cast you can. And like you see the fish, right? But you're not like necessarily seeing him eat the bait like you are in open water with a Damiki. You know, I can't tell you how many fish I've caught where I'm like, okay, there's a fish right there, and I pick up and I cast out to the, you know, the proper distance. I drop it down and I just pick my head up and I work it. Nice and easy. I work it. And then I reel it in, and if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but like there's one right there. You can see him, look. He's swimming into that grass clump.